Thank you very much, Mam Togo. Now for Limpopo, Chairperson Sello Lidikga.
Matimba, Manda, Viva ActionSA, Viva. Vareshu, Nakerela Pile, ke minister o ka reng ke Hollywood star. Ke bunyaka mo gona le di camera fela. Ke disitse tsa ga tsa o ka reng yana nya ka wina, ya wa di tshela tsa gona tshela tsa kwa America. Bona di police station tsa rena o ka re ke mikhukhu. African National Congress, if you know what the Mikuku body intro, you have a family police station about Mikuku. Then the fast, the Mikuku fast. The moment you want to one Limpopo, Relabi. Never try I know what I want to get a job of Africa, but top of what I call Limpopo. I want to have body Sabatilla, can't have a village about it. Download, what no more about Chapomel. Angelo Stanagore, Africa Boro, Aras Kachaba Ogolela, Arab Edition, and the Locoparina, the Boracayana, Tamokabalonare, Mtoyen legend, Yabusi, it's until you win.
Matimba. All right, now for the Western Cape. And the Western Cape, we're taking it, right, Michelle? We're taking the Western Cape from the other folks.
We won't say the name of the other folks. We'll just say they're feeling very blue. I'm here on behalf of the Western Cape, and the Western Cape has made its voice heard. They've said we are tired. They're sick and tired of the South African police who don't listen to us. When we go to the police stations, they treat us with disrespect. When we ask for help, they don't care. In the Western Cape, we have 80% of the country's gang-related murders. And those murders are not just gangsters. Those murders are children on their way to school, playing with their friends, and sitting in their homes. But in the Western Cape, the top cause of murders is domestic violence. And what I've heard from the Western Cape again and again is that when women go to police stations to report domestic violence, the police say, don't come here. You're not our problem. Go home. Go and talk to your husband. We want police officers that care. I see the sign over there that says corrupt police officers must go. And they must go because it affects all of us. My house was burgled. The police came to investigate. And what did they do? They stole what the robbers left behind. They stole my jewelry. They stole my wedding ring. And it's not the first time that has happened, and it's not the last. I heard a story last week about people who called the police station to come because someone's husband had committed suicide. The police came to inspect, and what did they do before they left? They stole the money, and they stole the cameras, and they stole the possessions. So we're here to say to the police, we're here to say to the minister, we're here to say to the SAPS leadership, we are sick and tired of it and we've had enough. We want police that care for us, police that are efficient, police that do their jobs, and police that respect us. We want our voices heard.
Thank you so much. Western Cape Provincial Chairperson Michelle Wasserman, thank you so much. My goodness, your wedding ring doesn't get lower than that. Can we now have Pula Nala, Khosi Kwena Mangope, Northwest?
Dumelang Bares. Allez, dumete. Ki a leboga ntse ke dumedisa pele my Noah, our Noah. Bares. Nna ntlo ya me gaufi le police station ko ke nnang teng. Mme fela ga ke bone tshireletso epe. Mme ntse ke le bolelle sengwenyana ke se ga se gore mapodisi otlhe ga a batle go dira tiro. Bothata kibo tlhogo ko godimo kwa. We still have good policemen who want to do good job, but they are not given resources. Yaanong the morale is affected. Yaanong re tshwanetse ba ga itshureme re siamise lefatshe le la rona le
re tshwanetse gore re se ka ra lebelela gore re bakae ga re itse fela gore se re se dirang ke go sireletsa lefatshe la rona. Ke a leboga bagaetsho, godimo teng ra go siama. Ke a leboga.
Pula. Now they call themselves the province of provinces. Another province of our other provinces, KwaZulu-Natal. Let us welcome the chairperson, Mr. Zwagele Mwango.
siKwaZulu-Natal sizothi nathi namhlanje sikhathele ubugebengu. Isikhathi la khona abantu bakithi befuna ukuvikeleka. KwaZulu-Natal sinama police station ahamba phambili ngokubulawa kweingane nokubulawa komama nokudlwengulo abantu besifazane. Osopolitiki bafa usuku nosuku KwaZulu-Natal. Induna ziyafa usuku nosuku KwaZulu-Natal. Amakhosi ayafa usuku nosuku KwaZulu-Natal. Amaphoyisa akithi khona aqotho afisa ukusebenza ukuyimisela kodwa wanazi insiza. Ingakho sila namhlanje sizothi we need more resources for our police officers. We need more support. Sizothi kumisa ubhekicele aqinisekise ukuthi KwaZulu-Natal iphephile ngoba sikhathele ukuthi abantu bakithi babekela igebengu. Izigebengu kumele ibaleke akabaleki thina. KwaZulu-Natal ngithema ngihamba ngifika police station. Une police station lapha ya okuthiwa kusembali eMaritzburg. Ingenye eyindawo eMaritzburg ihamba phambili ugebengu. Kodwa ngithola isimanga ukuthi ipolice station iyona encane kodwa iyavala ngo-11. Uma ngibuza why ivala ngo-11, I was told ukuthi amaphoyisa isikhathi esiningi ayabanjwa inkunzi ebusuku. Manje ayavala. Manje umbuzo ukuthi how do you close the police station because you're scared of criminals? So they are closing at 11. There is a concern. We are saying they need more resources because station commander is saying I can't risk officers because now and then they get attacked by criminals. Now what about umphakathi? Ingakho namhlanje sizothi asibambaneni siqinisekise KwaZulu-Natal iphephile. Siyabonga namhlanje ukuthi sizola likhwelo lethu lizwakala namhlanje ukuthi uMinister alungise iKwaZulu-Natal ngoba sifuna iKwaZulu-Natal. Sengiqeda ke ngicela nje u30 seconds. We have a situation in the province where our traditional Prime Minister is not well. Can you join me just for a few seconds of moment of silence so that simthandazele, just keep him in our prayers. Amadoda ngakiphi igqoko so that we pray peacefully for Prime Minister uMangosuthu Buthelezi who is not well at the moment. Shenge. Sokalisa. Thank you. Yabo.
Siyabonga kakhulu Mpangazitha. And now for your Gauteng Provincial Chairperson. Abatandi. He is Bayatanda Abatandi. Barata Habarati. He is the incoming Premier of Gauteng.
Viva Hamel Mashaba, viva! Viva Hamel Mashaba, viva! Viva ActionSA, viva! Phansi ngamasela, phansi! Phansi ngamasela, phansi! Phansi ngobhekikele, phansi! Phansi ngoCyril Ramaphosa, phansi! Awuwe mbuso wamakhodu, awuwe! Awuwe mbuso wamakhodu, awuwe! Asafuni amapanyaza, asafuni! That's the first thing that we're going to do in 2024. we're going to remove this corrupt amapanyaza. Sifake abantu who know what to do when they encounter criminals. Welcome, provincial chairpersons of other 8 provinces. Welcome to the epicenter of crime. Gauteng is the epicenter of criminality. We know all types of crime here. You know, Zagela, when we're talking about closing of police stations. In Jabulani recently, the station was closed by criminals themselves. They closed the station and went into the mall and still in the mall. We don't have police stations in Gauteng. In Gauteng, we only have 140 police stations. Can you imagine we have more than 6 million residents plus illegal immigrants on top of that? But we only have 15,000 police officers. It cannot be right that we are going to be able to be served by one police when we are close to about 600 people. That cannot be allowed. That is why we are here today to give this minister our memorandum, and we are right to say he must resign. Pansi, Bakitel, Pansi. Pansi, Bakitel, Pansi. Aue, Muso Wasirele Ramaphosa, aue. In Gauteng, more women are raped here in Gauteng than anywhere else. In Gauteng, you find drugs every corner of Jigamo. In one instance, Mama Zodwa, from Zondila, Soweto, Mama Zodwa Muitsi. Mama Zodwa identified criminals who are selling drugs, Mustrat and Sarah. Instead of police coming to arrest those criminals, they arrested Mama Zodwa. That is why we are saying Bekitele and his people must go. We want to professionalize police services. We want to work with policemen who are willing to serve South Africans. We are unapologetic that one of our problems here in Hillbrow, here in Sunnyside, is illegal immigration. We are tired of this illegal immigration that is happening in all our cities. If you go even to Motlakeng, there in Randfontein, if you go to the West End, you'll find illegal mining happening there. Bekitele will come, as Wakele says, and everyone is saying, wearing his hat and do nothing, just to show face and then leave. We are tired of Bekitele and his people. Viva Heaven Mashaba, viva! When we come in 2024, we're going to fire all the lazy policemen and bring people who want to learn. The thing about police is that it's a competency of national government. But the thing about police is that as a province, you also have the power to do something about criminality. The power to be able to employ more police instead of Amapanyas. So we want to make sure that when we come in, we increase the force from 15,000 police officers to 30,000 police officers. That's what we want to do. We want to see a difference. We want to see our women being protected. It cannot be that every time when we try to phone a police station, nobody is picking up because the phones are dead. It cannot be that when we are in Hammaskral there, we try to report crimes and in Hammaskral, the police are not responding. So we are tired of it. Bekitele must step down. Say, Ramaphosa, your time is up. 2014 is coming. Viva ActionSA, viva! Amada!
Thank you so much to our host, Gauteng Provincial Chairperson, Tate Ngobeni. And now, just before we have the President speak, he must always be introduced, and he will be introduced this morning by Michael Beaumont, ActionSA National Chairperson.
Tobela, Tobelan, Sanbonani, good afternoon, Goeiedag. Let me take off my hat so you don't confuse me with the politician who wears hats. I have the job of introducing a man who South Africans know is going to fix South Africa. But to introduce him today, I will not tell you all the things he has said, because politicians say too much and do too little. What I will do is tell you, when he was the mayor of Johannesburg, what he did to help the police and to fight crime. The first thing he did was said there are not enough police officers in Johannesburg, and he expanded the police force of 1,500 police officers right away. The next thing he did was set up specialized units like anti-drug units to hunt down the drug dealers in our streets. And I want to tell you, when a policeman or woman was killed or injured on duty, the first person by the side of their bed was Herman Mashaba. And then he set up an anti-corruption unit, and he took someone from the Scorpions, and that was when we used to fight corruption in our country. And that person investigated over 6,000 cases of fraud and corruption, totaling more than 35 billion rand. Over 800 people were arrested in the city of Johannesburg in those 3 years. And do you know why? Because the policemen and women had the support of a political leader who said, do your job and I will not get in your way. If South Africans want to win the fight against crime, they must elect Herman Mashaba, the President of South Africa, next year. Herman Mashaba.
Tio, mama, tio. Mashaba, viva! Viva! Herman Mashaba, viva! Sihone, Herman Mashaba, Sihone!
Did you turn on the receiver for your diploma?
All right, thank you very much.
Actioners, fixers, activists, communities, fellow South Africans, Thobela, Avsheni, Dumelang, Nda, Sanbonana, Sanbonani, Wemore. Good morning. Actually, it's afternoon already. Fellow South Africans, we are sadly gathered here this morning or this afternoon to highlight the issue of continued decline in the quality of services at South African police stations across our country, South Africa. We are here to address the Minister of Police, Police Minister Bekitele, and his representatives. ActionSA has written a memorandum to demand that be taken within the next 3 months to urgently address the continued decline in the quality of South African police solutions to our country's problems. As we have seen in the recent events in communities across South Africa, our residents are being left defenseless as the South African police continue to fail to respond to emergencies or to do what is being appropriate because they do not have the necessary tools of trade. Out of hundreds of responses ActionSA received ahead of this march today, more than 60% of responses highlighted police stations where telephone lines aren't working. More than 50% indicated a lack of electricity at police stations during load shedding, and hundreds where police do not have enough working vehicles, as some of my colleagues have already indicated. The South African public simply does not trust the police any longer, and they have no reason to. This failure in South African police station is evident in South Africa, where murder rate has returned to the 2000 levels, after reaching lowest point in 2012. Sexual violence is on the increase, and robbery with aggravating circumstances is reaching some of the highest levels ever seen yet in our country. We are known, fellow South Africans, as the world, in terms of murder capital. We are known as the murder capital of the world, the rape capital of the world. Our youth future is daily being destroyed by international drug syndicates, and in the process, they destroy our families. South Africa has become a dumping destination for dumping of fake and expired goods, destroying small businesses in our most vulnerable communities. This, fellow South Africans, has to end. We, on behalf of hundreds of South Africans, therefore, demand that urgent action be taken to address the declining quality of South African police stations. A plan must be set in place to fix South African police stations to ensure that both urban and rural police have access to the equipment they need to do their job. We must further professionalize the police service and not leave them ill-equipped, under-trained, and under-skilled to such an extent that they are unable to fulfill the mandate to protect and serve the communities. ActionSA's will is here to stand in the gap and represent the underrepresented and the faceless members of our communities, like Mrs. Koza in Nikuruleni, who is defenseless against a criminal who has tormented her and her family. The Lillemine family, very painful experience. These families who are here to get closure and bury their loved ones who fell to the demise because of the greed of mine managers. On the countless victims of the Zamazamas who have allegedly raped and terrorized communities across our nation. There are countless incidences that I can mention, but my colleagues here have already highlighted on behalf of their respective provinces across our country. Should the minister fail to respond to our demand, ActionSA will consider taking additional legal action to force him and the subs to do the job and protect our communities. We will not tolerate any impunity and lawlessness in our country. Enough is enough. South Africans are hurtful. We are hurtful. Everyone is hurtful. We deserve a police service that works. Police stations and officers who are well equipped to serve in a country that upholds the rule of law. We are not going to sit back as South Africans and allow this government to unleash criminals against law-abiding citizens of our country. We are here to demonstrate our resolve to get the South Africans to wake up to our reality and join forces to hold this government accountable, be it through the courts or through the ballot box in 2024. We, as South Africans, just want to really send a message to this government. We are not sheep, but we are peace-loving, patriotic and law-abiding citizens of our country. And therefore, we are here to say to the minister, please provide the leadership. If not, people of South Africa will punish you in the 2024 local government election, bringing about the government that actually cares about their future and their safety. Thank you very much.
Viva Herman Mashaba, viva! Viva Herman Mashaba, viva! This is your president, colleagues. When I say viva, you must really viva! Viva Herman Mashaba, viva! Viva ActionSA, viva! Viva! All right, now is the time. Can I ask the leadership to walk down and hand over the memorandum?
Lead the way.
Mashaba, lead the way. Italian Antat. Dumela.
Sorry, President, can I brief you quickly? What is going to happen is we've got Lieutenant General Musekili. Okay, she is the one that is going to be accepting the memorandum from you. So we're going to read it. That's it. There she is wearing the mask. Okay.
Must I read it?
Yes. Okay. Even if you don't read it incomplete, just read it.
How long is it? A long one.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Where's the memorandum? Where's the memorandum? John?
There's two, there's one.
Commissioner Musikiri.
It's Deputy National Commissioner General Musikiri.
Okay. General Musikiri, good afternoon, Ligame. Good afternoon, and your colleagues.
Yes, I'm the Chief of Staff in the Ministry of Police.
Oh, thank you so much, and the rest of the police. Thank you so much for giving us this opportunity to present this memorandum. As you can see, this memorandum is actually accompanied by massive cases of dysfunctional police stations across our country. I live in Sentin, just recently went there to go and lay a charge because someone personally sent a note to me that I must leave politics, otherwise I'm going to be killed. Unfortunately, when I went to the police station had no power because it was load shedding. This is just one example. Another example, our police officers. I'm dealing with a very serious case that is really close to my heart, and unfortunately, we are not going to relax as South Africans until this matter is dealt with. Primrose Police Station, a Nigerian national who we believe has been in this country for the last 10 years. I managed to get him arrested in January of this year. A young lady, black lady, who brought this matter to my attention, was arrested instead. We had to get lawyers the following day for her to be released. This person is in South Africa illegally, but he's been giving, last week, received the 11th case of being on bail. I just cannot understand. No country in the world can ever give someone like that a bail. Someone who's in the country illegally, but managed to get bail. I'm sure you're aware of the case we are dealing with at Lily Mine, where 3 of our fellow South Africans, it's already 7 years later, the families are camping outside in this cold winter. This is just to really give you examples of failure after failure. I can give you examples of Temba, where I was raised and my family lives there. Temba Police Station. Everywhere. And one thing why we don't want to really make a mistake is that we don't really blame you. I can tell you I've got family members who are members of the police force, committed to the core to the work that they're doing. But one thing that they have been failed is the political will. So this memorandum is not directed to you, our men and women in blue. We like you, we love you. We don't just like you, we love you. We know that there's just no way that we can ever build a sustainable country without a strong police force. So this memorandum is not about you. It's about your political leadership. And we're really asking the minister, please, provide our police stations with the tools of trade. Please provide them with the leadership that they deserve so that South Africans can be safe. We cannot live in a country where we are known all over the world to be the murder capital of the world. I look at our women. Every time I look at a woman in this country, I'm saying, is she raped or when is she going to be raped? So, fellow South Africans, members of the force, please bring this memorandum to the attention of the minister. We as ActionSA, we're giving him 3 months to attend to this matter. Otherwise, we're going to be forced to use our courts to force him to do his work as the Constitution of South Africa expects him to do. So this is not really about politicking. It's a political matter, and when you are dealing with a political matter, you have to deal with it politically. No one can expect us, when we are faced with a political matter, we must find a mathematical solution. We are looking for political intervention, because the failure of our police stations, the failure of our police to protect us is because of the failure of the political will. So thank you so much. We really give you this memorandum on behalf of actioners and people of South Africa, and hope that we will get the response from the minister. Thank you very much. If you don't mind, you want to sign or must I sign first? Let me sign first. Okay, this will be signed by you. Let me sign our copy. Actually, let me initial the pages. Okay, great. Thank you. I can help you.
The same way I did.
Yes, I can just initial and then just initial this page. The last page where you've got to sign. Can someone help me around here? Yeah. Thank you very much. This will be our copy. Okay, great. Thank you.
It's just abbreviation of.
Yeah, that's what. That's nice. Thank you so much. I don't know if you'd like to respond.
I'm not here to make a speech.
Yeah, just to, you know, if ever you'd like to.
My apology, I'm feverish.
Oh, no,
I want
so.
to protect
No,
my fellow colleagues and yourselves. But let me say, President, thank you very much. I think first and foremost, I must thank you and your leadership for the positive participation, peaceful marching that you undertake, your constitutional responsibility of holding government to account in a very peaceful manner. We want to thank you profusely for that, and can it continue that way so that your voices can be heard. I think that is what the Constitution of South Africa is standing for and what it wants from those that require service. On behalf of the South African Police Service management, but most importantly on behalf of the Ministry of Police, General Bekitele, let me apologize for his absence. I think if he was around, he would have been here. I have been to many matches with him where he will take the responsibility to come and receive the memorandums. But because of other pre-arranged commitments, he could not be here. So I am apologizing on his behalf. But at this level, I thought that it is rewarding for ActionSA that at the level of a Deputy National Commissioner, I should be here personally to come and receive this memorandum on behalf of the Minister. Everything that is here, I was here for the better part of, since the arrival until this point, I have also heard and captured what provincial leadership has raised. And all those, including what is compiled in this memorandum, will be forwarded and reported to the Minister of Police, to the National Commissioner of Police, and I can assure this team that it will receive attention, not only attention or noting, but for these issues that are here to be actioned. Thank you very much, and thanks to the leadership.
Thank you so much.
Keep up the good work.
Thank you so much, and thank you so much all members of the police. As I've indicated, we don't just like you, we love you, because we know the foundation of the rule of law is what can really make or break the country. So it is for that reason as ActionSA we've taken this route to ensure that we engage you and engage you positively. We really and deeply appreciate this gesture. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much.
I'm keeping the pen because